Welcome back students to our online teaching and learning at Shet Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College. Hope you all are taking good care and are safe. Students, you all must have heard the proverb of be happy with what you have. Yes, with this proverb I recall one story which I would like to share. Once there was a girl who lived in a city. She lived a very luxurious life. Anything she would ask for and she would get it easily. She always dreamt of becoming a princess. Her friends didn't like her behavior because of her arrogancy and rudeness. She only cared about herself. One day suddenly her parents badly injured due to a car accident. They lost their jobs because their faces were totally damaged. Since the father had a lot of loan taken, he had to finally shift to a small and a cheaper flat. The girl became very shameful. And now what happened suddenly was, day by day the girl became good by nature and started sharing her things with friends. With that she learned a lesson that to never be greedy and be proud. Never be greedy and be proud and be happy with what you have. So students, today we'll be doing a similar type of lesson, that is the necklace, standard 9, lesson 1.5 by Guy de Maupassant. Since the lesson is too lengthy, I have summarized it for you for your better understanding. So before we begin, let us know about the author. His full name was Henri Renan Albert Guy de Maupassant. He was a French writer born on 5th August 1850 and died on 6th of July 1893. He was called the master of short story. Many of his stories were humorous and warm-hearted. His first published short story was on Bole de Suie. He wrote about 300 short stories, 6 novels, 3 travel books, and a few movies. Mostly his focus was on the realistic study of lives of the average man and women. Now before we begin, here is a list of characters who are dealt in this lesson, who are actually being spoken about in the lesson. They are Mathilde Loisel, Madame Jean Frostier, cabinet officials, Monsieur Loisel, and the jeweler. Now let us meet the main characters. What are they about? First we talk about the main character, that is Mathilde Loisel. Mathilde Loisel has been blessed with physical beauty. But she's very beautiful, but not with a wealthy lifestyle she yearns for. And she feels deeply discontent with her luck in life. She always felt that she's very misfortune. She always wanted the best in her life, but she never got what is best for her. Moving to the next character, Monsieur Loisel. That is Mathilde's husband. Mathilde's husband has been blessed with physical beauty. Mathilde's husband is content with the small pleasures of his life, but does his best to satisfy Mathilde's demands and relieve her complaints. He sacrifices his own future to help her repay her debts. The next character we have is Madame Jean Frostier, Mathilde's wealthy Frenchies. Madame Frostier has been a helpful friend always, treats Mathilde kindly, but Mathilde is bitterly jealous of Madame Frostier's wealth and her kindness gives her pain. So these were the characters who are actually in depth dealing with the story. So here we are done with the characters. Now let's understand the summary. Before we begin, I would like to share with you one information in French language, as in India we call Mr. and Mrs. So in French for Mr. we call as Monsieur, and for Mrs. we call as Madame. So short form for Monsieur is M and short form for Madame is M and ME. So moving ahead with the summary, Madame Mathilde Loisel in her apartment dreaming of a better life. She was unhappy and dissatisfied with her social status. As I told you in the beginning, her behavior was that she is not satisfied with what she has. She was unhappy and dissatisfied with her social status. One day her husband Monsieur Loisel announced that they will be attending a ball at the ministry. The ball is a social gathering, or you can see a place where we all are going to gather for a party and dance. Matilda felt unhappy because she looked poor. She thought that she has nothing to wear, no gown nor fine jewelries. The women, as you know, have an habit of always crying for what they don't have. Even we have, we still want. Like our wants are not satisfying. So whenever there's a party, you feel you should have something new to wear and to show, right? We always believing in showing off to people. That is what the nature was of Matilda. So she was already sad, saying that she doesn't have anything to wear, and if she has got something to wear, then there's no jewelry. The party looks like this. Okay. Matilda's husband gives her 400 francs to use from his savings. Matilda goes out and buys a dress. Now finally the husband, that is M. Loisel, gives her 400 francs from his savings for her to buy a dress. Matilda borrows a beautiful diamond necklace from Madame Jean Frostier. Now here comes the best friend, Jean Frostier, from whom she borrows a necklace which matches or suits that dress. She enjoyed the night dancing and meeting people. Now the party picture you have seen, that was the enjoyment what they had over there. The party was like this, and they had a very good time dancing and having a great celebration. It was already late. While returning from the party, Matilda discovers that she has lost the borrowed necklace. Now suddenly when she returned home, she saw that the necklace was not in her neck. It was a borrowed necklace. Sometimes when you have your own, you lose, you don't feel that bad. But when it is somebody else's, you are very concerned as to that person has trusted you and you should not break the trust. She tries to find a quick way to replace it. Now finally she lost it and they are trying to find it all the way. So what did Monsieur Loisel do? Monsieur Loisel went back to the streets to look for the necklace, but he was unfortunate. Unfortunate as he was unlucky that he did not find it anywhere. Matilda Loisel and her husband then finally went to a jewellery store and they found exactly the same type of necklace. Now the entire route, entire place, everywhere they went searching for that necklace, but they failed to find it. So finally they thought that they will exchange it with the jewellery and get a new one. The couple decided to buy the 36,000 francs diamond necklace which looked similar. Finally, when they landed up to a jeweler, they found an exactly similar necklace which was costing them about 36,000 francs. They had sold everything they owned and getting loans. Now why was the reason of they selling everything? Since Matilda Loisel, Monsieur Loisel was only a clerk, a normal clerk. There wasn't anything much which they were earning. And since Matilda was not working, they had been living a simple life. Now buying a 36,000 franc diamond necklace is next to impossible. And so it was very difficult to buy, so for which they had to take loans. 10 years later, she suddenly sees Madame Frostier, who barely recognizes her in her poor condition. Now finally they took the new necklace and they gave it back to Madame Frostier. It was returned. Now 10 years she took to repay back that loan. One fine day she saw Madame Frostier on the way. She couldn't recognize her because she was completely pale and not a presentable person. Now when she told her, Matilda recounts the story of losing the necklace. She remembers how she lost the necklace and she informs Frostier that this is how she had lost the necklace and she replaced with a new one. So finally, after hearing that, Madame Frostier genuinely said what? After explaining the purchase of the new necklace, Madame Frostier takes Matilda's hands, explaining that her original necklace was a fake made of glass and only worth 500 francs. The necklace was only just 500 francs. Now when she came to know that the necklace was just 500 francs, it means it was a fake necklace. We have imitation necklaces which look duplicate and which appears to be a real one. That was the case. What she had given was a duplicate imitation jewelry and Matilda replaced with her is the original diamond necklace which cost her totally 36,000 francs. So this is how the story goes, that she did not know what to do earlier. She was unable to understand and the worst thing she did was that she never spoke up the truth. If she had spoken, this wouldn't be her condition and the status. Now here we are having some meanings from the lesson which I want you to go through. When you read the lesson, you may refer these meanings when you are reading it. Now the topic, the lesson name, the necklace. What does it symbolizes? Let's understand what does it symbolizes. The necklace symbolizes wealth and high social status. It is natural that having a necklace, a beautiful necklace, a gorgeous necklace shows you are from a high society or from a high social status. Similarly, the end of the story we find that the necklace was a fake one. That is, it was an imitation jewelry. So the fake necklace symbolizes desire for what one cannot have. Madame Loisel's fakeness and want for material things. In the end, we learn on the story is that the fake necklace showed just a quality of having a fakeness in the nature. You should always be presentable with what you have. If you do over, it becomes over, right? So you should always be happy with what you have and always present yourself with what you have and not expect for anything more. Now let's find out the essence of these characters. Since we have learned about them, let's get a short summary as to what happened in the story. What happened exactly with Mathilde Loisel? What was the character? She was unhappy and unable to accept her life condition. She was pretty and charming. She married to a middle class clerk, that is M. Loisel, that is Monsieur Loisel. She is selfish and jealous and never does the housework. She is a complex and dynamic character. And in the end, what happens after 10 years later, how was her change? What was the transform in her was that she became hardworking, doing heavy housework, changed her perception, dressed like a peasant, agedly look, changed behavior and miserable life. So this is how you see how the life has transformed after 10 years. So even you should believe that life teaches you a lesson. Every time something bad happens to you, it means life is teaching you a lesson which you have to learn. Sometimes good happens to you, again it gives you a good moral. So it always teaches you something or the other which you need to understand. The second character we learned about was Loisel, that is Monsieur Loisel. He was a middle class clerk at Ministry of Education. He married to Mathilde. He was honest and hardworking. He was even kind and generous. He was loyal, patient, loving and wants to please his wife. He always wanted to keep his wife happy. That is why he sacrificed for her. That is, when you read the story in depth, you will understand what was the story all about. Now finally, let's understand the main theme of the story. What is Guy de Maupassant trying to tell us in the story? The main theme of the story is, surely you understood now, honesty is the best policy. So the theme of the story, the necklace, is about honesty and telling the truth. The author is trying to stress the importance of telling the truth. Do you realize it or not, students? The main theme of the story is just to tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you will not find those circumstances which will ruin or completely destroy your lives. Finally, what values did we learn from this lesson? You all must have realized by the end of this lesson. So just a flashback I'll give you. First of all, what's the best quality we learned is people must be happy and thankful with what they have. Secondly, you should be careful when you borrow any expensive thing from anyone. Next is learn to admit your own mistake. She never wanted to admit the mistake. When she met Frostier, she didn't want to admit. She said all these things happened because of you. Because you gave me that necklace and I thought it was real. And lastly is don't try to show off. Always be happy and show what you have. And never try to show off. Don't go for too much of show. Lastly, here is one picture which I would like to finally give you a conclusion, or I'll say you remember this forever in your life or frame it in your life. That is, appreciate and enjoy the beauty of the world. Focus on the good and attract more good into your life. Always be happy and grateful for all you have in your life and more good will come. This is the last theme what I would like to share with you. Time for some assessment. Now here are certain questions. The first one is who said to whom. You read both part 1 and part 2 thoroughly and then you may answer the true or false. Who said to whom? Second, you have a formal invitation. In the beginning of the story, there's an invitation given to Loisel, Mr. and Mrs. Loisel, that is Monsieur and Madame Loisel. Similarly, you will frame another invitation which we're using this type of format. You're going to prepare another invitation. The next question is completing the table. Who said to whom and when? The sentences are given before you. You are going to say to who said it and to whom, and it was when. The next question we have is on discuss the following and write about each in your own words, about 5 to 6 lines. What would you do if something like this happens to you? Now this answers has to be your personal response. You have to keep yourself in front while you write these answers. Just understand, if you were in the same place, what you would have done. What opinion do you form about Matilda's husband from her story? And lastly, which events in the story, that is part 1 and part 2, changed Matilda's life? As I already gave you a hint, you should be more clear now as to what happened exactly in the story. I hope you have learned a good lesson from the story and hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Thank you.